destruction of the UK's most iconic building. The notorious world terrorist group has now carried out its threat to wage war against all 5 permanent members of the UN Security Council. It was a devastating attack on such an iconic monument. Many lives were lost. Officials suspect that the Wolfpack had aid from the inside. It now seems that the only way to stop the Wolfpack is to find what authorities have named the Alpha. The leader of this fanatic terrorist group has been linked to dozens of terror attacks across the world, notably the bombing of the Roman Colosseum and the Taj Mahal. We live in desperate times.
I have a few questions for you.
Where is Alf?
I don't know.
Oh, we think you do.
I've been here 5 years. If I knew then, I don't anymore.
Oh, yeah. Where was he 5 years ago?
I should think I should have told.
God, what's that racket?
Classic death metal. Wouldn't an organ listen to it?
Well, could you turn it down? You're about to give me a bad ecstasy flashback.
God heavens, we're ever young.
Of course. Except the chaps I party with will into hairbands.
No wonder the terrorists are kicking our ass.
Speaking of terrorists, how's it going this cycle?
Well, Argon is the one closest to break, but the others, they are fraying at the edges.
I'm happy to hear that. What with it being 5 years and all.
There's 1 of me and a 6 of them, right?
I speak for all of MI6 when I say you have our full support. But our partners aren't as sympathetic with that ratio, considering you drove off their interrogators.
What, you mean the Americans?
Well, they're the straw that stirs the drink, aren't they? But I mean, all of them. Even the Chinese are getting antsy. That's never a good sign.
Well, I still think it's a bad idea to put a woman onto the station. It might excite the inmates, right?
That was Rise's call, and I trust his judgment.
Anything else?
Be polite to the Americans when they get there.
What? I'm always polite. I'm British.
Docking in 74 minutes.
See anything interesting en route?
Just the hammer. Otherwise, same old, same old.
I meant space junk, anything that wouldn't show up on the radar.
Why are you asking about space junk, huh?
We've started tracking it for rogue NASA.
No space junk, Alex, okay? Take over.
What, really? All right. Catch you on the back 9, buddy.
Yeah, over and out.
Talk about feeling the power of the universe.
Yeah. Exciting.
We could find religion up here.
Not in this space station.
I don't think our captain shares your epiphanies.
You think tugboat pilots have epiphanies every time they roll into port?
I guess agency bean counters aren't big on epiphanies either, so I'm just out of luck.
Just as well. You were selected for your medical training, Doctor, not your illusions.
I have no illusions about this place. Trust me.
So tell us, Bridges, you've been coming up here, what, a year now? Is it really as bad as they say?
All I know is the local population get their 3 squares delivered every month, along with the medical exam.
Well, Kingsley's gonna give us a behind-the-scenes tour. You should tag along. I've learned something.
We depart 12 hours after docking. Once I unload the supplies, taking a siesta.
Sure. See no evil, hear no evil.
Wait until she meets Kingsley.
We're still maintaining normal gravity?
Yeah. All the stations and shuttles now come with a gravity regulator. Kind of knocks the fun out of space travel.
That's it? You didn't do anything.
I haven't done anything in almost a year. Remember when I said I'm just a tugboat pilot?
Hey, at Eaststone, to make sure the connection module's secure, right, Bridges?
We're secure.
I have to confess, not a big fan of these connecting modules.
Yeah. You get severe anxiety every time you walk through one. I read your chart.
You're gonna vomit? Go vomit on my boat. Oh, and one other thing. No running.
Why?
You might puncture it.
After you.
Wow, you made it.
Just open the damn hatch.
Kingsley?
Bridges. And you must be Dr. Stone. Welcome. Whoops. So, this is the hammer. Security is fully automated, so staff contact is kept to a minimum. All interrogations occur from the bridge via speaker. The prisoners are given food packages and water once a day, and change of clothes and hygiene supplies once a week.
Once a week?
They're terrorists, Doctor. Each and every one of them's in the Hall of Fame. One of them brought down Big Ben. They're lucky we don't execute them.
They never leave their cells?
Oh, yes, went to the examination room.
So they have no actual contact with any of the other staff?
There is no other staff. Their whole world is in that box, and I am the keeper.
We used to have 3 other guys on rotation, but they left early. Internal friction, wasn't it, Kingsley?
And the program is better off for it, and it mitigates risk.
Well, that's open to debate.
No, not really. After all, I'm the one that came up with the program, and I am the one that has most experience of handling vermin like this.
How long have you been up here?
Oh, since the program was approved 5 years ago.
Zone?
Bridges, please. Please? Yeah.
Going on 3.
Look at how long the 9/11 terrorists were interrogated and how little they gave up. And they were suicide jockeys. These are 6 top members of the Wolf Pack. It's not like they're going to reveal everything they know.
Look, all we care about is who their leader is and where he is.
Yes. Alpha. I'm working on it, 1 layer of skin at a time.
I'm going to unload the supplies.
Don't touch my stuff.
Be careful.
Let's get going. Where can I conduct my examinations?
Follow me. The facility is operated by key card only, so don't find yourselves in this part of the station without one. But don't worry, I'll be with you all the time.
As long as you let me do my job.
Yes, of course. There's only one restriction that I insist upon, though, and that is that you do not reveal anything about the station to the prisoners.
What would I reveal?
Oh, like their other prisoners, for example.
Does the Geneva Convention allow that?
The Geneva Convention doesn't apply in space.
What about human decency?
It's a black site, Stone.
You can't get good intel if your prisoners are mentally unstable.
Well, they were mentally unstable when I got them.
Give us the grand tour later. I want to see the prisoners.
Yes, of course. I'll see you on the bridge later when we're done. This way, please.
So, Stone's your ringer.
Are you serious? That girl hates my guts.
Yeah, probably only around half as much as she hates Kingsley's guts by now. That's why you brought her, right? You want her to trash this place in a report? Help you shut it down?
Why would the agency want to do that, Bridges? You know, this program's supported by all the nations that help bring these animals to justice. Where else in the world do we work hand in hand with our enemies?
I don't know. I ain't never been a spook.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You're just a tugboat pilot.
This is the examination room?
Mm-hmm.
Looks more like a torture room.
Well, it's mixed-use space.
Well, I'd like to start using it now.
Okay, right here. Just remember that these men were all in different countries when they were captured, and from that moment they had black hoods on their heads, up until they were locked in their cells here. So for 5 years, their entire world has consisted of their cells and this ring. That's all they know. So let's keep it that way, all right? this, my sweet lady, is the infamous Arden.
Hello, Argan. I'm Dr. Stone.
Yeah, he knows the drill. He knows the drill.
Then you can step outside now.
And hell I will.
Oh, come on, Kingsley. I'm sure your hammer can handle 2 people in a windowless room.
If you do or say or even fart in this room, I will make sure that you scream so loudly that the whole world will hear you. Okay? I'm just gonna be outside. Enjoy yourself.
What if you try something?
With his hands cuffed behind his back? The guy who tortures you every day just outside the door? Oh, and in space?
Yeah, well, if I was desperate enough, that wouldn't stop me.
All right, so let's play it out. Stone's your hostage. Who do you negotiate with on a black site 250 miles above the Earth?
Kingsley.
Exactly. Anyway, we all signed expendables clauses in the contracts. This place gets overrun. Game over.
Shit.
What can you tell me about your injuries?
I'm alone here. There's nothing else to do.
Well, I don't know if I can help you, but believe me, you're not alone.
I have a record of what they done to me. It's my soul. I'll give it to you. I have to get out of this place. I'm being tortured.
All right, time's up.
Why am I here? Why am I examining these men if they're here to be tortured?
Torture?
Don't bullshit me, Reiser. I am definitely not in the mood.
What the hell did she see back there?
Just a result of enhanced interrogation, nothing else.
Thought you interrogate from the bridge by a speaker.
Well, all the procedures on this station has been approved by the governors, which is every nation that has captured one of those prisoners.
I don't care who it is. I have documented burns, cuts, bruises, not to mention psychological torture. This prisoner, Argan, is on the verge of a mental collapse.
And your report ought to reflect everything you've mentioned. You. We need to talk privately.
I'll prep for departure.
You want to explain to me what the fuck is going on here? No, James.
I'll be back. I'm getting my kid.
I'm not here to argue, okay? I'm here to assess.
So what have you assessed sitting on bridge so far?
One layer of skin at a time doesn't cut it after 5 years. Especially not when you factor in the cost of keeping this place functioning.
You already made up your mind before you came up here, and that's why you brought in Dr. Stone. Do you think I've spent 5 fucking years up here just to be shut down for some political agenda?
You'll get your say.
Dr. Stone's report will end this program just as badly as it will end me. And I will not go down quietly. You mark my words!
Arden, it's me, Dr. Stone. I don't have much time. Do you have the records?
I cannot trust you. The records. They all I have.
I need them now before they see us. You're just gonna have to trust me. Trust me.
You said I'm not alone. Did you mean that?
What are you talking about?
The other prisoners. I know that's what you meant. All this hardware and triggers for one prisoner. I don't think so.
I don't know what you mean.
Alex, this is Bridges. Departure is set for 1 hour from now. Anticipate employing auto decoupler.
Make sure you pick up some of that space junk on the way back. Chicks love junk.
No one loves your junk, Alex.
Wait, are we talking about the same thing?
Under here.
Fuck off.
Are we in heaven, brother? No, brother. But we're getting out of hell. Let's go.
All right, we're ready to go whenever you and the doc. Where's Stone?
I think she went to get her med kit.
Yeah, so she'll be back, man.
Shit! Shit! Fuck! Fuck! They're out.
What do you mean they're out?
All of them? Yes, all of them.
Let's seal them off.
I have. I sealed off the sailboat door.
Give me a video link.
I can't.
What do you mean you can't?
Because the fucking camera's on malfunctioning because I didn't receive the fucking parts, all right?
If you hadn't kept the whole thing on analog, we would have known he needed a fucking part.
Jesus Christ, Bridges, weapons.
Here. This one doesn't have a cartridge. Got a cartridge? Kingsley, where are the fucking cartridges?
They're in the power room. Give it up.
Let's go. Come on. Bridges, come on.
You should be in there.
Let's go, kid.
Hey, in there. Fuck all that.
Really? You used all of them? Oh, yeah, here we go.
Okay.
Let's go!
You have nowhere else to go! Release Dr. Stone! And return to yourselves! You guarantee no reprisals?
I guarantee.
We don't trust you. But we trust the Americans.
Where's Dr. Stone?
In a cell, secure and intact.
So go get her.
With pleasure. In exchange for our interrogator. And we also guarantee no reprisals.
I got used to it. No! Get her! Let's go! Kingsley! Kingsley! Get the fuck back!
Get the door now, go! Stop! Forget it. We know where they are.
You think that'll hold?
It better.
Yeah, as long as the key card is in, it's all locked.
Is it broken?
It's not concerned.
Bola, Doku, stand guard in case they try to come out. We'll split up. You go with him. See what you can do to set his arm. Be careful. We don't know anything about this place. If you find any more crew, kill them.
What are you thinking? You went the wrong way, you fool. The bridge, the shuttle is on the other side.
Hey, you want me to let you out?
Why didn't you fall back to the other side?
The stone's in one of these cells.
What?
Wait a minute. You took us the wrong way on purpose?
Yeah, I didn't take you anywhere, man.
We are bugging you, stupid bitch! What were you thinking?
Hey, calm down, calm down.
He said that.
He said what? What?
I'm so sorry.
Sorry's not gonna cut it, Stone. If we ever get out of here.
Which won't be easy thanks to your savior over there. Let me see it.
I don't need it.
We've all needed it. That's it. Let's put it in a sling.
Okay, so Mission Control is gonna know something's wrong when we don't leave on schedule, right? So how long till they send help?
As soon as the Russians provide a rocket and a second shuttle with enough military to retake the space station, so don't hold your breath.
So you're just saying we should sit here and wait until they break in and kill us?
Maybe they'll decide we have more value as hostages.
I'm not counting on it.
Not the way their leader was talking. What's his name anyway?
Argon.
Argon. Wasn't he the one that you said was practically damaged? He didn't look too damaged when he took Kingsley's taser.
Are you gonna trust her diagnosis after everything that's happened?
Apart from multiple burns and contusions, his mental deterioration stood out to me.
What's your opinion, huh? Are you any closer to breaking him than the others?
Obviously not.
Where are you going with this, Bridges?
Well, all your interrogations are on record, right? They must show something.
He was breaking down. He was breaking down. He was.
No need to amputate.
Not yet. Don't worry, I'll let you know when it's time.
There's no one else on board. I checked every possible place, except this one. Argon, we're in space.
Where did the free Americans come from?
A shuttle, for sure.
All these years, and it was us with the Brit.
Each of us alone with the Brit. No matter what strengthened your heart.
I know what kept me going.
We'll settle accounts with him soon enough. We're gonna need all three as hostages for a while anyway.
Let's go then.
First, check the area for anything you can use as a weapon.
Who brought him in, Reiser?
We did. Found him in London. MI6 didn't even have a fucking clue.
And who is he?
The Wolfpack had a propaganda in Western Europe.
Nah. Why would the head of propaganda in Western Europe immediately become their leader? And why would he pretend to be cracking if he actually wasn't? Come on, we might die up here because mistakes have been made. We deserve to know who we're up against. I mean, really up against. He's Alpha, isn't he? Head of the Wolfpack. Man, you had him the whole time.
He's Alpha. He's Alpha.
Yeah, he's Alpha.
Mission Control to ISS. Mission Control to ISS. Mission Control to Bridges. Do you copy? Re-entry is now officially delayed. You guys can make it off there in the next 10 minutes. We can get you down.
How long have you known?
About 3.5 years.
3.5 years?
It was strictly need to know, all right?
You needed to know more than me. What the fuck have I been doing the last 3 years?
Trying to learn the whereabouts of Alpha, obviously. But when we found out who we had, other priorities took precedence.
You're like not looking stupid?
No, it was more than that. This program allowed us the type of surveillance system we could only dream of before. I was...
You think you can wipe me up for 3.5 years and just get away with it?
It's not like you didn't have a chance, is it? You didn't crack any of them.
Reiser.
You are not going to ruin my reputation.
Kingsley! Kingsley!
Suicide.
Smart guy like that? Nah, he had a plan.
What do you think he was trying to do?
Give a heads up to mission control. This is what I do.
All right, obviously the Wolfpack have got control of the bridge. Are there any other comms on board?
Station's guts are in the power room. We just gotta have a basic link, right?
Okay. Well, all we need now is some weapons, because that son of a bitch took the fucking taser! Shit!
We're gonna need something to use as a shield.
So your name is Kingston? You're Alpha. It was you. Oh, Lord. Why do you think I pretend to crumble?
so you could focus your efforts on me instead of one of the others.
Because you don't trust him. Because I'm the leader.
What are we going to do with him? Eh? Any ideas?
I have many ideas. 5 years worth of them.
Me too. A lot of them come from you. Pull off your fingernails. Slowly. Then insert them all beneath your eyelids.
What were you thinking? Running all the way you did. Do you realize you're about to end your 5 years of pain? The revenge fantasies I've had. It's overwhelming.
Wait! Forget the Brit! Stop! Forget the Brit.
I spent years winning the Russians' trust. Let them recruit me, sponsor me through flight school. All along, I've dreamt of piloting a fighter bomber all over Russia and leveling it as they did to our lands. But we're here. This was no accident. We could have died. We could have anything. But we're here. All that time, all that pain, that's... God spared us. God strengthened us for a better purpose, a bigger purpose. I know why we're still alive. So we can pilot this ship.
Check in there, I'll go in here. Anything you can find. Come on, Bridges, let's move.
Anything?
I'll let you know in about 5 minutes.
What are you thinking?
Found a couple in the cells.
Oh, thanks, Stone.
Earlier, some of the things Kings and Arise said, I owe you.
I'll let you know when it's over.
I want to apologize for treating you like one of them. I figured an astronaut must be pretty gung-ho.
Oh, I used to be. Back in my rogue NASA days flight training anyway. By the time it was my turn to pilot my own ship, the government decommissioned the program. So now I'm a tugboat pilot. Shuttling dames and assholes into a black-site prison I couldn't even tell anyone about. Yeah. That knocked the gung-ho right out of me. What you got?
It's not perfect, but it'll do.
Tell me the odds, Riser.
So there's 6 of them and 3 of us, if we don't count Kingsley.
Yeah, those aren't the worst odds. Except for them being terrorist superstars and us being a doc, an analyst, and
a tugboat pilot?
It shouldn't be too difficult getting into the power room. And then all we gotta do is get past those 2 out there.
And hold them off and get the word back.
Hey, piece of cake. So, you learn any special moves over in Quantico you can teach us on the fly?
Nothing you're classified for. What about you, Stone? You were a squid once?
Yeah, the only fight training I had was 10 years ago in boot camp. But I can tell you from my medical exams on them that they've definitely paid a price for their time up here.
Ebola looked pretty healthy to me.
Yeah.
They're incredibly healthy considering what they've been through. But they all exercise like fanatics and manage to keep their minds focused.
Yeah, being a fanatic will do that to you.
Still, some things are unavoidable. Like loss of bone density, Ibex elbow snap like a twig, and the vision's impaired due to excess fluid in their heads.
You see, I was hoping you were gonna say they're all dying from cosmic radiation, but it's good to know. So who are these guys anyway, Riser? It'd be good to know exactly who we're up against.
Well, you want a rundown of each one of them?
Well, we ain't going anywhere. Neither are they.
So we can land the shuttle anywhere?
Anywhere with a long enough runway.
Long enough runway and friendly enough security.
Then why are we still here?
Because we can do better than that. We can use the space station as a missile, a guided missile.
But you said it's in orbit and without power source.
We have a power source, the shuttle. We knock it out of orbit by firing the shuttle engines just before decoupling.
It sure would be nice to have it crash where we want it to.
Maybe we can convince the Brit to help us with the station system.
Okay, so Argon planted the charges that brought down Big Ben, killed all the civilians and cops on the scene, all while directing operations for the Wolfpack.
Well, who else they got?
Well, there's Idris. Guess you call him the intellectual of the bunch.
As opposed to a fighter?
No, they're all fighters. You gotta earn your stripes in that group. He's Wolfpack like the rest of them, but he went to school in Moscow.
So he's intelligent. In what?
Mathematics, aeronautics, graduated from the Russian Federation Flight Academy.
Wait. Any mention of a place called Star City?
Yeah, why?
Because then he knows how to fly this shuttle.
I'll fucking kill you! I'll fucking kill you! I will kill you! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
So, this station. It's been a long time since I've practiced on the dummy version, but I can see it's similar. So,
First question for you. This Vesta model, but does it still power the entire station?
How long is it gonna take before Idris can take off? He could be gone already.
That is unacceptable.
Look, if you have a way to reel them back if they've taken off, I'm all ears. But in the meantime, what do you say we come up with a plan?
Don't have time for a fucking plan.
What are you talking about? You want us to just charge out
Do you
there?
have any idea who you helped release?
All right, half the dirty dozen, we get it. Now, if they've already taken off, we contact Mission Control, we blow them out of the sky.
And what if something goes wrong like it already has? I'll say it again. The exposure for the United States is unacceptable.
Yeah, but do you mean the escape? Or the fact that you had Alpha all along and didn't say anything?
Doesn't matter what I mean.
Are you coming? Or am I going alone?
Kingsley tried the solo act. Didn't work out too well for him. We stick together, but we come up with a plan first.
Like I said, I don't have time for a plan.
Only one question left to answer, and you'd rather cripple the other hand? Think about it. Just answer the fucking question! All right. All right, what?
All right, I'll break shuttle overrides for Mission Control.
Good. Now get to work. We're watching you. It's gonna be easier than I expected. All we have to do is use the shuttle as a sort of tugboat. Pull the station slowly enough into the atmosphere so that it doesn't burn up in re-entry.
How close to the target do we have to be before
we decouple and watch the station crash into Moscow?
Yeah.
I'll know once we re-enter the atmosphere.
To get in there, we worship it. I wonder how the Americans will explain what went wrong with their team or something.
God willing, there'll be other missiles flying after this one.
No offense, Stone. But if they zap me and Reiser with those tasers, you're not going to stop them on your own.
Ready? Let's go.
You okay? Can you move?
I think he got it on 11. Did you get that other bastard?
He got away. I think we got ourselves a bargaining chip.
The hell did you kill him?
What difference does it make? They're not getting out of here alive anyway.
Guys, we got no time for this. Let's move. Oh.
I let you down, Arga.
All I've done was today. Like all of us. He did his part. You did what you could. Now you're here, still armed. There are only 3 of them. And the woman is a doctor, not a fighter. We only have to keep them out of the shuttle. And these controls, the men get close, overwhelm them, and finish them off.
Here we go.
Working?
Yeah. Comms.
Right, disabled.
Mission Control, this is Bridges. Do you read me? Mission Control, this is Bridges. Do you read me?
Where have you been, dude? I haven't been able to reach you from...
Alex, we have a problem.
So contact us. That's what we're here for. Why are you changing all the re-entry coordinates?
I'm not the one who's changing them. Wolfpack has broken out and taken control of the Hammer. One of them knows how to fly the shuttle.
Holy shit.
You better get the officer on duty.
No kidding.
Wolfpack shuttle to Wolfpack station. Wolfpack shuttle to Wolfpack space station. All systems go.
Bridges, I'm Commander Hammonds.
Bridges, what's going on?
The Wolfpack has taken control of the space station.
How's that even possible? Where are you calling from? The shuttle?
A link in the station power room. Appears they control the shuttle, too.
All right. Hang tight.
Why are the communications back on?
It's on the cycle.
Turn them off again. Your initial orders are to hold tight until further instruction.
Fuck! Fuck, they cut the link from the bridge. Shit.
We lost him.
Try to raise them again. But first, disable the shuttle.
The hell was that? Shuttle's engine starting. Are they taking off already? No. I think we're still attached.
Too late.
You make some calls.
We gotta move. And do what?
Stop whatever it is they're up to.
Look, we haven't reached the kamikaze stage just yet. At least I've not.
Listen, Bridges, you got a better idea? Now would be the time to say it.
Kingsley's still alive, and we can free him. We could learn a whole lot more.
You see, that's more like it. And if we find their key man, we take him out.
Arden?
No. Idris.
I've programmed the re-entry. It's optimized for speed, so we're going to sweat a little once we're back in the atmosphere.
Small price. When do we cut the station loose and let it follow Moscow?
74 minutes.
Get through there! Go back to the shuttle. Go! Go! Come on! Going to die more slowly than the breath.
Station, Moscow. Moscow.
They're flying to Moscow?
Into Moscow. With the station.
How could they fly the station into Moscow?
By leaving it attached to the shuttle, did it just initiate re-entry? Kingsley! Kingsley!
You see this? This is what I'm gonna do to your brother! Don't fuck with America! You must die! Stand down!
Piss him off.
want to take a look at that cut? Whatever happened to the Hippocratic Oath, Doctor? Huh? You want to know what's the risk if this space station hits Moscow? World War III. Best case scenario, they shoot this station out of the sky, and the US gets the blame for all of it. I swore an oath that neither of those things would ever happen.
What? You swore an oath against bad publicity?
Look, you brought me up here as a whistleblower. I get that now. But why would the program want to do that?
The international security apparatus we wanted has been established, financed equally by all the governors for once. All that could happen now is someone found out that Argon was Alpha. Could have been Kingsley. Could have been one of our partners on the ground with the intel that they had. So we shut this thing down for cause, and we bury those 6 fuckers under the runway when we land.
Remember, you brought a whistleblower along.
Yeah, I remember.
In the meantime, clock's ticking. This thing is headed straight for Moscow. So let's get back on point, huh?
Anything more from Reiser?
Nothing.
I hope those Chechen bastards slit the cocky American throat.
We don't have any reason to think he's responsible for what happened.
I don't have any reason to not think he's responsible either.
Responsibility obviously lies with Kingsley.
Now you're just picking sides.
Who's in charge out there?
Where is Petain?
We can't reach him. He may be out for the evening.
Fucking French.
It doesn't matter, we have a quarrel. I see 2 questions that need to be answered. 1, what are we going to do about this? And 2, who gets the blame?
I know what we do about it.
And I know who gets the blame.
How long do you think we got till it's too late to do anything?
Depends. Based on when we felt the engine kick in, a controlled re-entry could have us back in Moscow in, say, 60 minutes.
60 minutes. I can work with that.
Yeah, but taking into account that Idris is flying the shuttle, it could be sooner.
And it could be later. Stay positive.
Either way, we're aboard a bomb headed for the Earth.
Yeah, that's right.
And they know that.
What if you offer to take everyone down safely?
Come on, Stone. These are world-class fanatics. They want to see the world burn.
I'm sure they want to live through it.
It's not going to work.
Why not?
Because those guys are not afraid to die, Stone.
Well, I don't plan on sitting around waiting to die. Don't you think it might be at least worth running it past them before we all go charging in there head first?
Well, good luck, Teddy Ruxpin. Maybe they'll give you the torture records they promised you as well.
You're welcome to try.
Argon! Argon! Argon, I want to talk. We know what your plan is. You must know there's no way to survive it. So I want to propose a truce. Bridges can land us all safely and no one has to die.
And what happens to us then? You will slit our throats.
You'll be in a better position than you are now.
How could I know this is not a trick?
Because I took a big risk coming to your cell.
Yes, you did. And I'm sure your friends regret it. Why should I trust them?
Because they don't want to die. And once we're on the ground, no one's going to keep me quiet about what went on up here.
Send your pilot over here before I change my mind.
How do I know you won't kill him?
You're just going to have to trust me.
What are you going to accomplish by crashing us into Moscow? Or into the middle of the ocean if the wind shifts? Countless innocent people could die, and no one will ever know you were up here. Isn't there more to be gained by shining a light on what was going on up here in the dark? Think about it. Once we tear the lid off this program, you'll have a chance to make your case to the whole world. Tell them the injustice you've endured.
You're just trying to help yourself, Dr. Stone. You're credit to your country, to humanism. Very idealistic and very rational. That is a powerful combination. And yet, all you propose that we agree that nothing is more important than staying alive, which, if you think about it rationally, is no different than the way the wildest beast or the lowest insect functions. We believe in something, Dr. Stone. Something greater than eating sushi, drinking vodka, and driving electric cars that will feed village in Africa. We're willing to die for it, willing to kill for it. I don't know what that makes us other than martyrs, but I do know it ranks us above you, animals.
Yeah, where'd he go, Stone? You know, for a minute there, thought you had him.
You got a better idea, Reiser? I'm all ears.
You know, Arkin had a point, though. It's dog eat dog now.
I'm not exactly rising to the occasion, am I?
You're rising to the occasion just fine. If anything, you are lethal with those phone pads.
Are you making fun of me?
Not at all. I saw the way you pounced on that asshole. Look, there's now 2 of them, 3 of us, and we couldn't have done that without you. You're a tough woman, you don't forget that.
Yeah, enough with the pep talk. Running out of time.
They're animals! Yes, they are. But knowing that doesn't help us. They're desperate. And they're afraid. Because they don't want to die. Our task is simple. Keep them out of the shuttle for 30 more minutes. Victory brings all the revenge we need.
What the hell was that? He's locked all the cell doors.
Fuck you, Kingsley! Even after death, you find a way to fucking complicate my life!
All right, back to plan 1. Stone tried diplomacy. You have managed to stab or slit your way through all of our bargaining chips. They have a projectile taser, and we got no access to foam. Now, how do we not let that sink us?
By making sure it's me who gets hit. Gives you guys a chance to gut those bastards. I owe you.
I like it.
All right. Stone takes one for the team. You and I rush him.
You sure you can handle it?
Guess you're sure about it. I think I can make something to give us an edge.
When they come through, make sure you have a clear shot.
Easy.
Who's in charge of security? Who designed the security? You're Mr. Kingsley. Well, that is exactly where I'm placing the blame. A mass breakout should have been impossible. Now, what do we do about the situation?
Sending a commando team, it's too expensive.
Hemmings. Hang tight while I share the news. They've rerouted the shuttle. It's heading straight for Moscow.
As of now, the space station's still attached.
Would both station and shuttle reach the city?
It's a distinct possibility.
Then we blow them up off the sky right now.
I never taught you how to make urine bombs in the Corps?
Devil dogs don't fuck with piss.
Yeah, well, this was my science fair project. Different strokes for different folks, huh?
Did you win?
Well, the whole process took a few weeks back in Iowa. But thanks to modern technology and the effects of deep space, we're good to go.
So how much of a bang are we expecting one of these things to give off anyway?
Well, considering we jerry-rig blasting caps using substitute minerals, we'd be lucky if one of them goes off. Wait! It's a shake and bake process.
All right, come on, let's do this. Ready? Hey, Bridges, where'd you get the shield?
Because he's the pilot.
Let's do this.
Time is running out!
Can you feel it? We're moments away. Come on, American! Dance with me! Come on, American!
Warning, incoming projectile detected. So impact is imminent. Impact is imminent. Yeah. All right.
No whistleblowers, bitch.
Stop! You gotta go after Razor! Go!
Impact in 4 minutes.
Incoming projectile detected. Impact imminent. Impact imminent.
No! You gotta go after Razor! No!
Incoming projectile detected. Impact imminent.
God!
You're not getting in there, you piece of shit.
What the hell are you gonna do, Doctor? You gonna kill me? You ain't gonna do shit.
You made our wounds brittle, but not our spirit. Fucking die!
You made it. Let's go.
Oh, we're about to hit the atmosphere at the wrong angle.
Please?
Fry. Very quickly.
So cut him loose.
Too far down for a standard uncoupling. The risk's too big and the station hits the city. Then we're gonna have to reverse direction, ramp up the speed to max, and then uncouple. If everything works out,
Fine, just do it.
already out.
of shit.
Requesting permission for re-entry.
Of course, permission granted. Man, you gotta tell me.
The missile took out the space station. And it seems 2 of the Americans survived in the shuttle.
Not Riser.
Not Riser.